Hey y'all. Earlier today, Death Battle released the Season 8 second half trailer. And I was going to make a joke originally, like, oh, ha ha ha, this is so easy, we all know who they're going to fight. But the characters they showed off, they're pretty hard to find matches for, or the ones where they do know 100% what their characters are, it's still pretty hype. And well, today, I'm going to try to predict each and one of the characters' matchups, alright? And I'm going to give my slight thoughts on the matchup, just because, well, I don't want to sit here for 50 minutes explaining, alright? And I'm going to go in order of appearance in the video we were showed, so yeah. Oh yeah, and also, at the end of the video, I'm going to give a little update to the channel, alright? Got it? Let's go. Also, I've been having the sniffles late, and I don't know why. So if my voice sounds kind of weird, that's why. So the first matchup we already know that's guaranteed going to be happening is Iron Man versus Batman. Now, I am going to give my thoughts on the Marvel vs. DC oversaturation. Personally, I'm fine with it with like a giant asterisk. At least for this season, though. Because we've only had one Marvel vs. DC matchup this season, that being Lex versus Dr. Doom. Now, personally, I like this matchup in concept, and I hope to pray to God that this leans a lot more towards Iron Man versus Lex Luthor, and not any of the Batman episodes. Yeah, this episode I'm not really looking much into. Like, it's probably going to be a fine episode, maybe a little bit forgettable, but hey, what do you expect? I've generally heard that Iron Man wins, but I do believe I've also heard arguments for Batman, so I could really see this going either way. But getting out of that stuff out of the way, we can finally get into actual interesting matchup. Well, actually, we're going to skip the Naruto one because I'm pretty sure it's going to be linked to the last one. Which we're going to get into later, don't worry. But skipping the Naruto character for now, then we got showed off Kora. And Kora has two options. The first one being Rey from Star Wars, and the second being Delsin Rowe from Infamous. Which, personally, if I was leaning towards one, I'd probably lean towards Delsin because it gets a new series in. And I know that a lot of people would just hate Rey. But on my personal belief, I think it's fine. In terms of who wins, I know that Kora beats Rey but loses to Delsin. And I'd probably want this just to be a sprite fight because, well, why not? Yeah, I'm not expecting much out of this episode. Reason being is that most of the time when we got an Avatar episode, it wasn't very good. But next we actually get a character that looks interesting. Akuma or Oni, but I'm just going to say Akuma just because. He's either going to fight Rao, Goro, or Shao Kahn. And no, I'm not saying the funny panther guy's name. Now, obviously, all of these are likely, and all of these I would like except for Shao Kahn. Personally, if I had to go with one on my gut feeling, I'd probably go with Rao. But in all honesty, Akuma works in pretty much all the animation styles, whether it be 3D, 2D, sprites, hand-drawn, whatever. I'd probably lean towards 3D though, but in all honesty, I am extremely excited to see who Akuma fights. If it's Shao Kahn, then I can finally see another Mortal Kombat character get stomped into the dirt. Okay, so next up, it is Alucard, and he's fighting Dio. There's not much else to say, it's quite obvious. Now, I would have a tangent on why it's actually Alucard versus Hellboy, but at that point, it's just begging at that point. But honestly, I'm not even going to try to advocate for it. Odds are Dio wins, which is fine. And one thing I want is I want them to keep the aesthetic from the DBX fight, because it was really good. But if they bring in Dio over Heaven, Alucard can just pack his shit up. He ain't winning that at all. Next one up is Koolaid Man versus Randy Savage. Well, this is getting hand-drawn, which I find hilarious. And this was, like, publicly confirmed. And that's about it. It's going to be a funny matchup, but let's see what's next. And finally, Aizen. He is going to be fighting Sephiroth. It's Madara. If you unironically think that he's fighting Sephiroth, please get out. It's basically the shonen anime villain fight. And the animation potential is limitless. But I would prefer if this wasn't sprites. I really do hope they don't mess this one up, because it's a really good matchup. Also, from what I hear, Aizen now wins due to either a very big Naruto debuff or a Bleach buff sorts. Either way, I really do hope this is the best episode. Personally, the two characters I'm really interested on learning who they are fighting is Kora and Akuma. But my most wanted is obviously Aizen versus Madara. Now, overall, this season's been really good. A lot better than Season 7, I can tell you that right now. Also, the season finale is going to be Galactus versus Unicron. Because come on. It has to be. It's the 10th anniversary. They have to end it on something big. Now it's time for a little update for the people who actually care. For one, we finally hit 200 subs. Yay! However, we are still thinking of an idea. Now, originally I have planned to have a Full Metal Alchemist video out by now with me and Anthony. However, for some reason, Premiere Pro won't let me export the f***ing video, little bit. Also, we don't know what we're doing for the 200 sub special, but we'll keep you notified regardless. Also, before you ask, yes, I am working on the next Death Battle Top 10. It's already 6 pages. It's not even halfway through. So yeah, that's going to be quite a video to eat. But yeah, that's all I've been here to drop by, and well, see y'all later.